What if words were never meant to describe, but to invoke? What if language itself was a spell? A bridge between the mortal and the divine? What if every sacred name you've heard, from Hermes to Thoth, was not a myth, but a memory etched into the soul of time? The twin-souled scribe of the gods. In the quiet hours before the dawn of civilization, when stars still spoke to those who listened, there walked a figure between worlds, neither holy man nor god, but a vessel of divine remembrance. In Egypt they called him Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom, scribe of the gods, master of hieroglyph and harmony, the one who measured the movement of the heavens and wrote the spells that upheld the cosmos. But in Greece he returned, this time cloaked in the flowing robes of Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great, god of language, of commerce, of boundaries, and of their dissolution. Two names, two tongues, one eternal spirit. He is the Logos, the Word made thought, and the thought made flesh. The language before language. Before alphabets and ink, there was a different kind of language. Not spoken, but remembered. Not written, but etched into the subtle geometry of reality itself. This is the language of the gods. Sacred sound, the primordial vibration that sang the stars into being. In Hindu thought, this is Nada Brahma. Sound is God. Aum, the syllable that contains all syllables, the unstruck chord that echoes within the soul. To the Gnostics it was the Logos, a radiant intelligence, the divine utterance that emanated from the pleroma, the fullness of the all. And Hermes? He taught that the universe was a book, written by the mind of God, and encoded into symbols, rhythms, planets, and patterns. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear could read this book, not with reason, but with reverence. The emerald tablets and the fire of mind. That which is below is like that which is above. So reads the emerald tablet, a cryptic green stone said to contain the entire wisdom of the cosmos. Written, some say, by Hermes himself, etched by fire, guarded by time. This tablet is no mere artifact. It is an alchemical mirror. In it lies the great work, the process of transmuting base consciousness into divine awareness. Earth into gold, ego into soul. To Hermes, as to Thoth before him, knowledge was not information, but transformation. The words he gave were keys, not conclusions. Keys to inner temples, where one must pass through 7 gates, corresponding to the 7 planets, the 7 chakras, the 7 metals of alchemy, from leaden ignorance to golden illumination. The archetype of the messenger. Across time, this archetype returns. The messenger, the one who crosses thresholds between gods and men, between life and death, between above and below. Hermes is the psychopomp, Fex, the guide of souls. He carries the caduceus, twin serpents coiled around a rod. Fex, symbol of duality in balance, of medicine, magic, and mind. In Sumer, he He was Nabu, the god of writing and wisdom. In India, he is reflected in Ganesha, the opener of paths and keeper of sacred syllables. In Mesoamerica, he whispers through Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, Fix, bringer of knowledge and sacred calendars. They are all masks of one spirit, the divine communicator, the one who speaks not in opinions, but in symbols. Fix, living glyphs that unlock truth in the heart, not just the head. The sacred duty of remembering. In this modern age, language has become cheap. Fix, a currency traded without reverence. But Hermes taught that every word is a spell, and every sentence a sacred structure. To speak is to create. To write is to remember. For the soul, too, has forgotten. It once knew the music of the spheres. Fix, the grammar of the stars. Fix, the silent language of the One. But as we descended into matter, we traded sacred tongues for surface noise. The fall was not a punishment. It was a descent into density. A necessary forgetting, so that the act of remembering could awaken the divine spark within us. A return to the Logos. The Logos still speaks, not from above, but from within. It waits patiently in the silence between thoughts, in the symbols of ancient texts, in the myths we've mistaken for fiction. Hermes, Thoth, Nabu, Quetzalcoatl, they were never just gods. They were reflections of you before forgetting. You are the scribe. You are the messenger. You are the one meant to awaken. The emerald tablet is not out there. It is within your spine. The caduceus is not a rod. It is your life force rising. The sacred word is not lost. It is waiting in your breath. Final reflection. Call to remembrance. So, now, seeker of truth, ask not merely what is true, but what transforms. Let your words be weighed like gold. Let your silence become sacred. Let your soul remember the language before language, the song of your origins, the fire of your knowing. You are not separate from the divine mind. You are a verse in its eternal poem. So write with reverence, speak with wonder, listen with your soul, and above all, remember. For the divine word is not something we find, it is something we become.